I mean, I'm looking at it, and the more I look at it, the more I want to tell you about it. Okay, right. You see this bottle of ink? This one bottle of ink. This one bottle is equal to all of these. This one bottle is equal to 30 ink cartridges. Now, you know from the last time you went to buy ink how much these cost. $25, $35, $45, plus $45, plus $45, $45, $45, $45. There's a lot of money there. There's hundreds and hundreds of dollars there. This is our smart tank from HP. It is the new sensation that is causing a sensation. I upgraded mine about 6 months ago with an offer we had, and I love it. We are today bringing back the most advanced smart tank from HP that we've ever done. We're going to give you more than we've ever done, including a year of Smart Friends. So if you've got any questions, you can call a HP technician 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Folks, there's a lot of stories tonight. One of them will be the quality of the imagery. It'll be the auto dock feeder. It'll be the fact that this is an all-in-one. I can print, I can copy, I can scan, I can do all the things I need for school, for college, for uni, just for at home. But the main topic of conversation is going to be money. It's going to be how much you can save. Can I just quickly tell you something? Because I got the calculator out earlier. Right, here we go. Smart, right, this is it. Listen to this. You see on the graphics, it says 2 years of ink. 2 years of ink. Now, there's a disclaimer there. That 2 years of ink is based on you printing 250 pages every month. Now, let me ask you, do you normally print this much every month? Because that's a lot of paper. That's a lot of printing. That's based on 250 a month. If you were to print, let's say, roughly 100 pages a month, you know what that now means? It means that instead of getting 2 years of ink, this could last you up to 5 years of ink. Never spending another dollar on ink for the next 5 years. It sounds too good to be true, but it is true. How do I know? Because the ultimate expert from HP, Mr. Aaron Berger, told me so. Aaron, you, about a decade ago, my dear friend, a vision in pink, may I say.
Thank you very much. I thought you were going to be wearing the same tonight, but you're not.
They've sold out of that shirt.
Clearance rack.
About a decade ago, you sold me on Instant Ink, which I still say is a wonderful product.
Of course.
With the prices of everything going up, when you introduced Smart Tank to me, it made so much sense. You know I'm now your #1 fan on this.
It's a game changer, yes. And I had a lot of making up to do, for goodness sake, because you have to work with me.
Absolutely.
So I'm already in the hole when we said, I did do well with pink tonight, though, didn't I? Look at that background. I can always do that. It is a game changer. The truth is, you spend a little bit more at the beginning to save yourself hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, basically right away, probably within your first few months of printing. So let's talk about it for a minute. First, can we look at oh, that's a great shot, you guys. What I want you to see, I'm going to brag about how much money you save. You're going to hear me go through it in extraordinary detail.
Away.
I am, but what I never want to lose sight of at any price is the quality of the print.
Best in America.
That's the whole thing, right? It's the reason HP is the #1 inkjet printer company in America. The print quality is out of this world. If this cost $1 to print, it would be a good deal, right? For a print quality like that, are you kidding me? Yeah. If it costs 50 cents a print, it would be a good, if it 25 cents a print, I could probably sell it to Adam Freeman. This costs about 1 penny to print.
Crazy.
It really is. I mean, all kidding aside, look at these images that have been coming out here. These have all been live printing. You've seen a lot of them come out in the past few minutes. These are the kind of prints that we're talking about without you ever going to the store, without you ever remembering to buy cartridges, without you ever remembering what number you have, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to review, actually, first I'm going to show you my little boy. Check this out. Started kindergarten today.
Oh my
gosh.
This
is his kindergarten. This is his kindergarten picture. You know, we are so lucky to live in a time when we all have great cameras in our pockets. But what many of us don't do is print from our smartphones because it's difficult, because it's expensive, because we don't know. This makes it so easy. Everything I printed, I just printed from my phone. Doesn't matter if you have an Android phone, this is an old iPhone, to tell you the truth, that I use for demos at HSN. Whether you're printing from your computer, a tablet, a phone, it's just so easy to do. Two other quick things here as we just get started on the tip of the iceberg. Adam, I'm sure will be interrupting me, A, because he likes to, B, because you guys need to know about quantity and those sort of things. This is our final show of the Today Special. That's a big thing to note. If you want to grab The final HP Tank Today's Special we will do all year. This is our last one, so this is the time to get it. There's a couple things we've never seen on a Today's Special from HP Smart Tank, and I'm showing you one of them right now. It's quite a thing. It's an auto document feeder.
Yes.
Those are typically very expensive. They're also something you'll use all the time. You'll use it every week, at least. I mean, if you have an office, you'll use it every single day. It means you can put up to 35 pages in here at a time, and then whether you're printing, copying, scanning, or faxing, you can use, I'll show you in a second. I also just want to point out, it also does have the flatbed scanner, so if you're scanning from a book or that kind of thing. I'm just going to go right down here to copy. I'm going to do, you could do up to 99 copies at a time, start black, start color, and you'll see now all hands-free, again, up to 35 pages here. You'll love it during tax time. You'll love it when you're registering the kids for things during the school year, those sorts of things.
I'm excited to talk about this because, you know, we live in a world with such hype, and so often things aren't as good as they appear. And in this case, it's even better than it appears. I'm excited that Aaron's showing you the touch screen because it's a wonderful upgrade. No more just looking at flashing lights and trying to interpret what they mean. It's an easy to use printer. I mean, hallelujah for that, seriously. The quality of the images, Aaron can print out hundreds of images, and each one shows you the vibrancy, the color, the excitement, the picture brought to life as every and each one should be. But the real joy here is going to be in your bank account, because you're not spending ridiculous amounts of money on ink. And I want to make sure that's plain and clear. I believe that you could save thousands of dollars over the course of a lifetime with this. It sounds too good to be true because we've never had anything like this before. HP, just to give you a very brief backstory, because I bore Aaron very quickly.
I know the story already, Adam.
Yeah, indeed you do.
Why are we doing all this background stuff?
Aaron was in a meeting with me with HP when they launched this, and it's taken over. I mean, it's just the most common sense way to have a printer. You're getting, with this printer, 2 years of ink. You will never go to the store late on a Sunday night because your son's project is due and say, I need to get a B25653. And what was the color ink cartridge? What was the code? They all look the same to me. You'll never do that again. 2 years of ink is included. Normal price is $460. We're at $199 and free shipping and flex pay and all that good stuff. So the difference in retail is huge. As I stand here, we are more than 65, nearly 70% sold through the day. So I don't have that many left. We have a brief airing now and then a brief airing at 11 with whatever remains. We're not doing this again this year. This is the only chance we've got on the most fully featured printer that we have in the Smart Tank realm. So we don't offer anything better. It is the creme de la creme, the best of the best. Easy, simple, saves you a fortune. Aaron, not to derail the presentation as I often do, but these numbers, the savings,
let's talk.
This is a huge deal.
You're saying 2 years, and I want to kind of poke you in the ribs and say, now wait a minute. It's 2 years of ink if you are Adam Freeman LLC Professional Print Service and you print 250. I mean, nobody prints 250 prints a month. We use these big numbers to be extremely conservative. So let's talk about it for a minute. With the ink that you're getting, you'll be able to print about 6,000 black and white or about 8,000 color documents or pictures, okay? So that means if you printed 250 photos every single month, which is, like I said, if you were a professional printer, that's maybe what you would do. Or in all seriousness, if you had an office, if you were running an office, maybe you're in insurance or real estate or whatever, running it from your home, sure, maybe you would do that. The normal person is not going to. But if you printed 250, which is this many full color photos every month for the next 2 years, this is about enough ink to do that. Now, what most of us will do, frankly, is 50 or 100 pages a month, right? We know, in fact, we know that from selling Instant Ink. We know those are the most popular plans. At 100 pages a month, again, pretty easy math. If you do 100 pages per month for a year, that's 1,200 pages. If you do that for 5 years, that's 6,000 pages. That's how much ink we're sending you. So that's 5 years worth of ink for sort of the normal everyday user. If you do 50 pages, it's 10 years. It's a ton of ink. I'll tell you, I've had a Smart Tank printer now for 3.5 years. Other than putting ink in it when the first day it got to my house, I've never filled it with ink. And I kind of make that joke because I'm going to show you guys in a minute how you fill it with ink. The only time I ever do it is when I'm at work. Because my one at home, I can't go through the ink. It also, and this is different as well from typical ink cartridges, ink cartridges have expiration dates on them. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but they do. At a certain point, they expire. This doesn't. So it's not like 2 years in and it won't let you use it. Not at all. You can use it and use it. Many people, quite frankly, will probably never buy ink for this printer. You know, you'll have it for a long time. So let me do this. Let me give Adam a chance to update you guys. Then I'm going to spend a minute just going over the comparison of how this compares to ink cartridges, and then I'll show you how to load your printer with ink.
You got to forgive me. I'm struck now with what Aaron just said, because the reality of it is just it's shocking. There are millions of us, who only print around 50 pages per month. Millions of us. You do realize that if you're only printing 50 pages a month, the ink that we're including can last 10 years. I mean, let that sink in for a second. The math is the math. The average for a family in America is 100 pages. We've based this on 250 pages, which is where we're getting 2 years from, because we want to lean on the side of being conservative. Important to do so. I want you to be over the moon rather than disappointed. But if you were to print 50 pages a month, which is what most people do, this could last you 10 years. I mean, you say that, and how could you say no, right? And that's why we're now 72, 73% sold out. Let's do this, because this is selling itself at this point. Folks, the number is there. We're going to do as much as we possibly can. When we do sell this out, there's no advanced order, extended delivery. It's not back again this year. You can buy the Smart Tank printers all over the country, but I want to make sure you know about our price match guarantee. We're proud to tell you, if you found this identical offer, we would match that price for you. So you can buy with the safety and convenience and comfort of HSN's FlexPay and free shipping and handling. But if you can find the exact identical offer elsewhere, we will price match it. We don't think you can. We believe wholeheartedly it is the best deal in the country by a lot. By a lot. The retail is $460. We're at $199 and free shipping. We have a little bit of hold now, just with the folks trying to obviously jump on in as we get close to 75% sold out. $289.90 is the everyday price, so nearly $300. We're going to include SmartFriend, which I love. It's $170 extra. It's a 24/7, able to call up, speak to an HP expert. If you've got questions, they can give you the answers. So I'm thrilled that we're including that. We're getting a lot of comments about the ink, so we're going to certainly take you on that journey. Aaron, when we say ink, the thing that comes to mind is the boxes I see there.
Is the boxes. And ink, this is new technology. Technology changes. We weren't talking about Chat GPT 2 years ago, and now it's all, it's all we hear about that, and artificial intelligence, all the technology changes. This is certainly the biggest change in technology I've seen. This is my, I just celebrated my 18th year. This month, I start my 19th year at HSN. In the time I've been here and the hundreds of millions of printers I have sold, this is the biggest change in technology I've seen, because it makes printing easier, it makes it better for the environment, because you're not getting rid of so many ink cartridges, and it makes it so much less expensive. Let me take a minute to explain it to you. This is called Smart Tank technology. The quality of the images is out of this world, but what everybody wants to know about is, how much money am I going to save? How does that work? Let me show you. We include 4 ink bottles, and I want to say this out loud just because I always forget to say it. You may or may not ever need another, depending on how much you print, if you ever need to buy more ink of a certain color. These are $16.99 as of today. So they're not very expensive. They're about half the price of a normal ink cartridge. And each of these, again, we include 4 of them. I'm going to just hold this one up in front of the board so you can see the whole board. Each bottle of ink on its own is equal to 30 ink cartridges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each bottle is equal to 30 cartridges. So what we really should have done is we should have gotten this board and we should have made it 4 times. You know why we didn't? Because it was so expensive to make the board 1 time. These, the prices can vary, certainly. I would say probably an average price for an ink cartridge, a good average price, is about $30. So that means $30 times 30 cartridges, I have $900 worth of ink cartridges on this board. That's what you get with 1 bottle. We're sending you 4 bottles of ink. It would cost you over $3,000, $3,600, I think, something like that, to go out and buy the same amount of ink cartridges you would need to get the amount of ink that we're sending you. I know it's a huge thing to say. You kind of sit back and like, what is that guy talking about? $33,000+ worth of ink. But if you went out and bought the ink cartridges to equal how many prints you're gonna get, that's exactly what it would be. It's an extraordinary amount of ink. So this is why we can say, okay, when I show you this picture, this costs 1 penny to print. This picture costs 1 penny to print. This beautiful picture, I mean, talk about making your own art for your house, costs 1 penny to print. And that's, I'm gonna hold this really still so we can get nice and tight. That's the kind of quality you can expect. You wanna know a secret? That's not even printed on the highest quality, that's printed on draft.
Well, you're showing off now,
Because
that's
it's the honest to God truth, because I like to print a lot of photos fast so you guys can see, you know, different things. It frankly makes it more interesting to watch. That is printed on draft quality printing. So the quality of printing is beautiful. I'll throw it back to Adam for a minute. Congratulations if you're joining us. After Adam, you know, does all the British stuff that he does, then I will show you how to load this with ink. Because you might be thinking, okay, I'm in so far, but I don't want a craft project when it comes to loading my printer with, you know, ink. That sounds messy. It is the simplest thing, and I'll show you how to do it in just a second.
So on a basic level, what we know so far is it's the most upgraded printer we've done from the HP family of SmartTank. It has a color touchscreen LCD display, so I'm easily able to interact with it. It has an auto dock feeder. I love that. It's an all-in-one, so we're printing, we're copying, so we're photocopying on this. We're scanning. Maybe this is going to be for a crafting project or a school project. And we know that it's a printer with 2024 technology from HP. We know it's a printer that will save you potentially thousands and thousands of dollars over a lifetime. You'll never need to go to the store and buy ink cartridges ever again, certainly in the traditional manner that we've been doing it, because we're giving you 2 years worth of ink based on 250 printouts every month. As we just learned, if it was 100 prints per month, well, that's 5 years. If it was 50 prints per month, that's 10 years of ink included. 10 years of ink included. That's why America's gone crazy for this today. Nobody else that we know of is anywhere close to this value or to this deal. We are on that slippery slope now towards that 3,000 mark. So I keep getting updates as to, you know, the latest numbers. So keep your eyes there. Obviously, folks, it's moving every few seconds. When we do sell out, there are no more. You can buy this elsewhere, but nobody is giving you as much ink as we are. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty of how you actually fill this with ink. Traditionally, you'd think it would be complicated or messy, or you're going to splash everywhere. Aaron, that's farthest from the truth.
Yeah, my little boy started kindergarten today, and I think he could probably handle the task. There is, if you can match blue to blue, you're good to go. So come on, let me show you. This here, I'll close this first just to show you. This is the front of the printer, okay? I'm gonna open it, and there you see, these are your, I'm gonna try not to get in the shot, these are your color inkwells. So let me just open those up. Easy peasy so far, everybody with me? I'm gonna take a bottle, and we'll show you this, because I want you to see exactly what I'm doing. This bottle has not yet been opened. I'm gonna open it. One of the really cool things, you can't spill it, you can't make a mess. Like I said, people hear ink and they think, oh gosh, that sounds bad. No, you can't make a mess with it. You can't do it. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it right over the ink tank. It's actually kind of fun. Boom. So did you hear that click? Yep. That clicked into place, and now you'll see it begin to fill. And that's absolutely key. So as that's filling the tank, once it's finished, it's finished. Well, you would have to print 6,000 photos for that ink to be gone, which is why I don't do this demo live a lot, as Adam knows. I usually do a recorded version of it. So I filled one tank there. I think that's just, that's just about done. So I'm just gonna take that off. I'm gonna cap it. I'm actually gonna do one more while we're here, actually, I'm gonna throw a wrench. I'm gonna do the black one. Oh. The black is on the other side, okay? So we'll show you, color's on that side, black is on this side. You might notice the black ink is larger. Yep. There is more black ink that comes along because black is used to mix with other colors, you know, for deepening of shades and that kind of stuff. And you'll see in just a moment, that'll start to fill, probably take about 15 or 20 seconds.
There it goes.
This is how easy and clean and fast and simple the process is. And frankly, once you've done it, you won't do it again for probably 3, 4, 5 years, unless you're printing a ton. You know, if you're printing more than 200, 250 pages a month, then you'll do it in 2 years, but most of us probably won't. So that's nearly finished. While the black finishes filling, I'm gonna go to the colors, and I'm just gonna close these.
And I wanna be clear for everybody.
Please.
What Aaron just did is all you will do for the years to come.
That's it.
He just did it. The ink
no
that went in there is the ink that's going to last you 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, depending how much you print. That's the reality of it. It's not like you're doing this every month or every 2 weeks.
Great point.
Aaron just filled that printer with enough ink to last you, we believe, for at least 2 years. That's insane.
Yeah, no, I mean, unequivocally, it will, unless you print more than 250 prints a month, that's what it's going to last you. I just took the black ink off there. I'm going to just cap it and set it out of the way. I will point out the only other thing you do for setup is there's 2 print heads that you pop in there. Unlike traditional ink cartridges, you don't, even if you do run out of ink and you replace the ink, you don't throw those away, which is nice. It's a lot nicer for the environment. We're done. That tank is those tanks are filled. Later, I'll fill the other 2 just to demonstrate it to you guys again. But the process is that simple. Now, what if you have a question? We haven't really talked about this yet. You saw it on the price breakdown, but you may or may not know, this is a little inside baseball. HP is the largest selling brand at HSN. For all the great things Adam sells, all the jewelry and cleaning products and you name it. The #1 selling brand at this network is HP. So we, HP, work really hard to do exclusive things for the HSN customer. On this printer, we included something that we sell everywhere else for $169. It's called HP Smart Friend. You get it. You don't pay any extra for it, but you get HP Smart Friend. What is it? It's a tech support service. So if you have a question about your printer, if you have a question about using the fax, when's the last time you sent a fax, right? So maybe you have a question about it, or using the scanner that's built in, or doing it, or you know, filling the ink.
Sure.
It's very, very simple to do, but any question you have, great big questions, little bitty questions, tiny, silly questions that you would frankly be embarrassed to, normally you have to track down your son or your daughter or whomever is your tech guru. We're there for you. The people that built the printer are there. That's HP Smart Friend. That's included. So should you have any question at all, at any time, we are there to answer it.
Who wants to spend money on ink cartridges?
Nobody.
I mean, there's not one.
Yeah, what a boring thing to spend money on, right?
Gosh,
all
you
the
can think
things.
of a million things. Anything else is more exciting than buying an ink cartridge, especially in a world where, you know, everything has just gone so high in prices. If we can save money on ink, it just makes so much sense. You must understand, this is a printer for somebody that prints a lot. It's a printer for somebody that prints a little. It's a printer for everybody. Whether you're at home alone or whether it's a big family of 6, it doesn't matter. It's for every family, every home in the country. It's the new thing that HP have done, and it's really hitting all the right spots. People are excited because it's a great printer, but they're even more excited just about the money that they're going to save, but not sacrificing on quality. And that's why we're playing this kind of balancing act tonight of, listen, you're going to save potentially thousands of dollars with this. You do the math and it's right there. It's in black and white to see, right? But not only do you save potentially thousands of dollars on ink, you're also getting some of the highest quality prints that exist from any home-based printer. So it's a win-win on every level. I upgraded to a Smart Tank about 6 months ago. I'm all in on this, which is why I'm so thrilled I get to talk to you about it tonight. My printer isn't as good as this one. I bought the last Today special. It didn't have the features that this one has. Yours, if you get this, has the upgraded touchscreen. It has the auto dock feeder, which is fantastic. You're still getting it for $199 and change. Again, I don't want to say anything untoward, but you must understand, a lot of times, people will charge you a small amount on the front end, but then they get you on the back end. Then you've got to start spending all this money to keep replenishing whatever it may be, the cartridges, for example. With this, it's a little bit more perhaps than $70, $80 that you might have spent on a printer, but the savings, they're gigantic for anybody to see. Even if, you understand, if you're printing 50 pages a month, the ink that we're including is going to last you up to 10 years. I barely print 50 pages a month, barely. If you print 100 pages a month, the ink that we're including is going to last you up to 5 years. So we say 2 years because we want to err on the side of caution. Absolutely, I want it to be, I want to exceed your expectations rather than disappoint your expectations. That number of 2 years is based on you printing 250 pages every month. That's a lot. We have 250 pages here. If you are not printing this number of pages every month, then the 2 years is simply the starting point. It's going to last you a lot longer. We were at 3,500. I now see we're at 3,700. We are creepily creeping close to that 4,000 mark. We have about 10 minutes left. We're busy, really busy on this. I'm excited that so many people are jumping on in. Look, if you don't love it, you can return it within 30 days to get a refund of the purchase price. You know we've got our price match guarantee as well. If you can find this exact identical offer elsewhere, we will match that price and still give you all the convenience and comfort of flex pay, of free shipping and the return policy. And of course, with HSN, you can do flex on any major credit or debit card. Aaron, you sell a lot of fabulous things on the network. You can't tell me that this is not perhaps the most exciting offer of them all.
You know, I was talking about this earlier today. In the over 18 years that I've been here, it's certainly the most exciting technology shift I have seen in terms of saving people money, everyday use. I mean, there are sexier things, you know, frankly, right? Like a brand new touchscreen computer or whatever. This is something that we use every single day. And it's, talk about being, you know, not being penny wise and pound foolish, but instead thinking about it for a minute and going, oh, wait, I'm not gonna buy ink for years in the future. My family's gonna be able to print and print. We're gonna be able to print all of our photos now. Anybody who comes to the house, if you give them permission, can print directly to the printer. It's easy to hook up. It's great for, amazing for crafting. We have a great big crafting day tomorrow. This won't be a Today Special, but when you think about if you do any crafting or get into the holidays, oh, that reminds me, I want to mention Hallmark Card Studio really quickly. Talking about making your own cards. A lot of people, as we get into school season here, we know that right around the corner we'll be into holiday season, and that means cards. Cards are really expensive. We have a fantastic option for you tonight. Obviously, you can make and print your own cards, but what many people love are Hallmark greeting cards. We have a Hallmark greeting card software bundle. It gives you over 14,000 different templates to make Hallmark cards. So here's just an example of one of the cards. You can put your own pictures and that sort of thing inside. They are real Hallmark cards. So Hallmark sign and everything on the back.
The sign of quality, Aaron.
It's not just the software. We also include 20 card pages. These are perforated so they fold perfectly, right? Just like a card, and 20 blank envelopes. So when you think about that, the little bit you're gonna spend for that, and then when you print each card, it's gonna cost you about a penny or two per page, you know, to print it. All of a sudden, it just makes a lot of sense. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, boy, that's a great way to save yourself some money, and if you're creative in any way, it's a fantastic creative outlet too. In terms of creativity, I said this earlier when I was printing, and I'll just grab one of my recent prints here. There's so many things you can generate online now. It's amazing. If you look at any of the AI stuff, you can generate the most extraordinary images. You really can't print your own artwork. You really get ready to redecorate your house. This is kind of the first step in it because of the quality of this printing. This looks great in a frame. Speaking of which, in just a minute, we will do a frame. I brought the wrong size frame, so we're almost gonna frame. You'll see what I mean. And I'll show you how quick it is too. We can get something from the phone, printed and framed in less than a minute and a half.
I feel so torn because I'm listening to Aaron talk about the beauty of the images, and that's paramount. We've got to talk about that again and again and again. It's the best-in-class smart tank printer that we've done with the highest quality imagery of any of the printers that we've done. So I want you to feel really excited about that, because when you print out your favorite pictures of your grandchildren, you're gonna love it, because the color is there, the vibrancy is there. So great, 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 great quality. It's also not a printer that is complicated. Some printers, it's like, how do you even know what to do? I won't buy a printer that is complicated anymore. Too many folks buy printers and they hate them. This is a color screen, touch screen, so you're able to interact with it effortlessly, so you understand where you are. If you're connected, what you're printing out, it's just a joy to use. It's a photocopier. It's a scanner. It can be your fax. It has the auto dock feeder. See, it's got all those bells and whistles. Aaron, I know because you were busy, as you are, you did not hear the news.
What's that?
Yes, I have some good news for you. You are going home early.
Am I?
You are. Aaron is here at 11 p.m. for a presentation, but they just cut the presentation in half.
Wow.
That is because we're now selling out.
Okay, congratulations. From Adam's mouth to your ears, if you want the best value on a smart tank printer that we'll do all year, and the best smart tank printer we've done with the auto dock feeder, with the touchscreen, with all of that built in, now's your time to do it. Let me show you how fast it is, how quick and how easy it is. As I said earlier, we live in this great town where we all have cameras in our pockets that we never thought we would have in our whole lives, right? Because we all have our smartphones everywhere we go. And we take pictures, that's great. When's the last time you printed the pictures from your smartphone, you put them in a frame and you put it in your house so you can enjoy it all the time. So that picture, that memory can live with you all the time. You'll do it with this printer because it's so inexpensive and because it's so easy. So we're gonna put a little clock at the bottom here, guys. Just let me know when the count up clock has started,
okay,
because I wanna time it just for fun, just to show you how quick and how simple it is. Again, any image that's in your phone, snap a picture, your loved ones, your fur babies, your whoever it is. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start right now. I'm gonna press print. So that will probably take about a minute or so to print. I'm just gonna set the phone down. While it prints, I'm gonna grab some other photos that I've printed during this presentation, just show you, to remind you, this is the kind of print quality. Yes, I'm thrilled at how inexpensive it is. Anyone would be. That would be the very first thing anyone would talk about. But look at that. That's not an easy print, right? It's a sort of monochromatic print. It's extraordinarily high detail, and it costs about a penny. It's an amazing thing to say. If you went to a print shop and did that, if you went to the local drugstore, that probably $4.99.
All day long.
Right? We're not talking about half that or 1/10 of that. It's almost nothing to print it. Same thing. Beautiful. Okay. They've told me I need to hush because already my print, we'll just kind of watch it come out here. There was an 80s day at school at the end of last year for Max, and this is Max dressed in his 80s gear.
Oh my gosh.
So don't stop the clock yet.
Did you borrow your shirt?
As a matter of fact, we match. Hush. Okay, so I didn't actually frame it because I brought the wrong size frame, but you get the idea. You can go into a frame. Is it really less than a minute, Jared? Yeah, 56 seconds to go to a full size 8 by 10 or 8.5 by 11, print it, get it in a frame. And now this is a gift, well, whether it's for you, whether it's for around your house or your office, or for the people you love. My twin brother and his family live across the country. They're in California. I'm in Florida. We live as far apart as you can live and still be in the continental United States. Every year he sends me their school pictures, and I love it. I love getting that. Of course, he texts me pictures all day. You know, we do that all day long. But getting a physical picture from someone in the mail, there's nothing quite like it.
I think that joy of being able to release those pictures, to print them out and enjoy them, for the physical, tangible pictures, to frame them like Aaron just did. Heck, we're talking back to school. It might be college or university, or just for your home. You maybe like to craft and you want to print things out, or documents. This is your do anything, do everything printer, that is for sure. We have a strict 5 minutes left because VIP, and don't get jealous here, Aaron. Jesse Palmer is in the studio to bring us the most amazing, most incredible tech gadget of the year. Tableau is here. We're going to revolutionize your home with the world of free TV, and it is free TV forever. That's on the way next with a this day only price. I'm excited to share this with you. I wish we could sell this every single week. Very rarely do you have a product that comes along where genuinely you can say it's for everybody, that the story, the argument is so compelling that it is for everybody. This is that product. There's not one person watching, there's not one person in the studio that says, I want to spend $3,000 on ink. I want to go to the store and find my ink cartridge that might have sold out. In fact, Aaron, would you mind,
Sure.
or could we convene at the cartridge board?
It's like the UN here. You get on that side, I'll get over here, and we'll ask the Supreme General Council when we can begin.
I'm going to take this. You get the pink for obvious reasons. This is, we started here, we're going to end here. Okay. The pictures are gorgeous, very compelling. The reason why these will sell out today is because really of what you're about to hear. Aaron, what is this board all about?
Okay. You get 4 bottles of ink.
4.
Traditionally, when we think of getting ink, we think of buying ink cartridges. And in the past, sometimes, if it was a great Today Special, we would include 2 or even 4 ink cartridges.
Yes.
Each bottle of ink that we're including is equivalent on its own to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 ink cartridges.
This equals this.
This bottle equals 30 ink cartridges.
Now, how much do these ink cartridges normally cost?
About $30 a piece.
Well, I'm not good at math.
No, I know. I know.
And from our last presentation, neither were you.
I knew you were going to let me get away with it. I did some of the worst on-the-spot math you've ever seen. We can't talk about it. So 30 times 30 is 900. Okay. It costs us about $900 to put this board together. It's the reason why, to give you the most accurate display, we would have had to make this board 4 times. But that would have been 900
times
times 4. Yeah, so was that $3,600?
$3,600.
Yeah. So you don't have to do that,
sure?
and I don't have to do the math, and don't you make me nervous in front of all of our friends that are watching right now. It's right, daggone it. I know it is. You don't have to buy 120 cartridges. You don't have to fill the earth with 120 used cartridges, and you just don't have to do that anymore because there's a new way. It's called a tank system. This is the HP Smart Tank system. It is great for the environment. It is maybe even better for your pocketbook, and the quality of the images that you get is absolutely unsurpassed. They are shockingly beautiful. You can do it from any device. So maybe you use an iPhone, maybe your husband is a Microsoft guy and uses his computer, your kids use Android, whatever. You can, all different operating systems. You can download the HP Smart app. That's really, really easy to use. Or you can just print directly from your printer, Bluetooth built in, Wi-Fi built in, all of that, you are good to go.
Okay, so we've just established that there's $900 worth of ink cartridges, approximately, on the board.
Right.
And with the ink that you get, the value is approximately $3,600. Think about that. You're getting nearly $3,600 worth of ink included for 2 years. So we have to be conservative. We want to be conservative. I want to exceed your expectations, not disappoint you. So we said, look, we'll send to you enough ink to print 250 pages a month. And if you print 250 pages a month, the ink that we're including, valued at around $3,600, is going to last you 2 years. Right, now, this is what 250 pages looks like. If you do not print 250 pages a month, then the ink will last you longer than 2 years. So for example, if you were to print 100 pages a month, how long would it last you?
About 5 years.
If you were to print 50 pages a month,
that math works out to 50 pages a month times 12 months times, it gets to 10 years of printing. It is it's almost hard to get your mind around, but you've got to remember, this is a lot of concentrated ink. These cartridges have very little room for actual ink in them, right? We're sending you a great big bottle, a 70 milliliter bottle of ink, which will get you, again, about 6,000 black and white or about 8,000 color pages.
It's so compelling. Thank you for all of your orders. Aaron returns at 11 p.m. for an abbreviated presentation as these are en route to a sellout. Mr. Berger, I will leave this with you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a bit.
I will see you soon.
Okay.
Thank you,
sir.
Aaron.
Thanks,
it's so exciting to present it because the money, the deal, the savings are real. I spy with my little eye, is that Jesse Palmer in the background? And Justin hired us.